Hello.
Hello?
Hello. What's up, bro?
Hey, this is the What's Up Bro podcast. We talk about movies, TV, geek stuff, news, pop culture, and it's funny, motherfucker! With nary signs, you know the question is not on here that I could have said yes to would have been a cock ring. I'm like, oh, I've done that. Jeff.
It was called Bibbidi Bobbidi Doorknob.
Stephanie.
The only reason he was invited was because he was dating my friend. It was like a pity invite. And he was like one of the first people to get there. What a loser.
And we have Missy.
Yes, I'm here.
Is also here.
Missy is also here. A girl has no last name.
Not anymore, am I right? Huh? And special correspondence with Steph Mayer Sr.
Yeah, I don't have to look cute for you.
And this is the What's Up Bro podcast.
That's how winning is done.
Hey, I'm Dave Chappelle, and this is What's Up, Bro.
I was going to do that.
Wait, bro. 5, 4, 3.
This is really happening? Yes, it is. Well, why are you pointing at me?
Go, Jeffrey.
Oh, hi.
The point was at you to press play.
I did.
Or record. Or
Hello, everybody, and welcome to What's Up, Bro.
Okay, why are you a circus clown? Because
I'm excited.
had a very like.
Welcome to What's
You're
Up,
a
Bro.
valley girl when you
You
introduce
had a
shit.
very like.
Hi, guys. It's
leader.
Stephanie.
Hi.
Welcome to WuBro.
Oh, my God.
It hurts
So good.
to be so pretty.
Asshole.
It hurts to be so
My face hurts because
pretty.
it's so pretty.
Yeah, it hurts. Guys.
I've never said that in my life.
Not out loud.
So, I'm Jeff.
Not that
Thank
you
you for
guys know
joining
me.
us.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, that lovely angel's Vanessa.
Hi.
Hi, and we got Missy Misdemeanor.
Hello, not that one, just the regular one.
And we
The
got
not famous rich one.
and we got Ouch My Face Hurts 'Cause It's So Pretty. Stephanie Viola.
Possible title of the episode. Ouch, my face hurts
'cause it's so pretty.
I would just like to point out I have said none of this about myself.
You
It's
haven't-
all been you guys.
Uh-huh.
She says it to herself quietly when no one's around.
Yeah.
I mean, then there's no proof that it happened. If the tree falls in the forest.
We know.
It's like when
We
you
know.
were cheating with Words with Friends with Dave and he went to spy on your laptop and you closed all the tabs. I remember that.
I mean,
Cheater.
that was also
And-
like 10 years
and
ago.
he-
Words of Friends is not relevant
and
anymore.
he accused you of cheating and you go, you have no proof. And I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's lovely.
So we're gonna do a little What's Up, Bro. Even though it is the day when we're recording this is the day after Game of Thrones came out.
After the second to last episode.
Yeah, the 5th episode of the series season
ever.
Yeah, where it was there's a lot of drama, but this is coming out after the finale, so we're not going to delve too much into it. Everybody knew all along that Daenerys was going to be crazy. Anyway, so the next topic that's going to, except for Dave. So the next thing, first thing we're going to talk about. So there's a few things that have come out on the news. Let's tackle back to our favorite Lori Loughlin.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
Becky.
Lori Loughlin?
Laughlin,
Laughlin.
Laughlin, right? Okay.
The GH is...
It turns into a
Yeah.
like she's fucked.
She might be, man. Felicity Hoffman, they recommended 4 months for her.
But
She
Felicity
actually admitted
Hoffman,
her
yeah,
shit.
She did plead.
she pledged...
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But she copped a deal and she's still going to jail.
Her
so.
and her unnamed spouse.
Is it really? They don't name. They
have
didn't name
never
William
named
H.
him.
Macy.
They have never
That
named
is
him in
fucked
any of the
up.
records.
That's
fucked
fucked up.
Well, because
Yeah.
so the whole thing is that supposedly he had nothing to do with it.
I mean,
So-
it's possible.
It could be.
It's possible.
So a source
People
close.
lie to each other. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I mean, they do, but about your own children getting into college, like I think that's a joint effort.
Listen, rich white people live in a different channel.
You are correct, but
is true.
you know,
Sorry, Jeff, you were saying?
no, you're good. So
The only rich white person in the room.
So apparently, Lori.
Wow.
I'm rich in spirit, guys.
You asked me to be here.
Apparently, Lori is adamant that she does not deserve jail time.
I mean, I don't think anybody's like, send me to jail.
Yeah, I mean,
want
it's
to
like,
see
you know
what
what?
happens.
You know what? I'm pleading guilty, but I think jail would be good for me. I think that's not.
I
what I'm
mean, here's my argument: is that they're going to the jail they're going to is like a 5-star
Are they going to
spa
Danbury?
resort.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're going to Lynchfield or like fucking.
They're not going to Rikers.
Yeah, they're not going to Rikers.
Sing Sing.
So it's like jail with air quotes. Like they can't go home, but they're gonna be fine.
It's like where Mike the Situation is with the.
Yeah, it's the female version of that.
scumbag.
Yeah.
They're
So
like best BFFs.
They are.
They're super BFFs. So I want to see what fraudulent
that
thing
can
they're going to do
only
together.
be good news.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
really? But this is also the same woman that said over and over again that she didn't think that there would be, like, she didn't think this was a big deal. Like,
Right.
she didn't think that there would be any repercussions.
Well, here's the problem: is that she pled guilty, and then they were like, "By the way."
No, she didn't.
She
no,
never pleaded guilty.
Lori Loughlin
I think
did
no.
not.
I think it just said that she pleaded guilty.
no,
They
she
internally
pled
guilty.
not guilty.
She's adamant that she's not guilty.
She
that
pled
doesn't
guilty. She
deserve
pled
jail
not
time.
guilty. She turned down. And
The
they presented
plea.
her the same plea that they presented like everybody else, and she didn't take it because she insisted she didn't
'Cause
do
she's
anything
innocent.
bad, and she
She's
was
a
taking the
dodo head.
risk of going to court. Which, you know, when you take the risk of, what did you say?
I said she's a dodo head.
Yes.
Okay, actually, oh yeah, not guilty plea. Sorry, I read that wrong.
You left the not part
They
out.
gave
Reading
her.
is
We went
hard.
through this. We went through. We
That's
touched.
why I didn't get into USC.
That's why you went to.
Oh, your parents didn't pay $500,000 for you to get into
Exactly.
USC. That's why you didn't get in.
What happened was that the feds gave her 24 hours to plead not guilty, and she refused. So they threw.
Guilty.
I'm sorry. Yes, to plead guilty, and she refused. So they threw the book at her.
The whole book.
The whole
and
book.
nothing but the book.
We'll see. I don't think she's gonna.
So
go.
here's
Nothing's gonna happen.
So here's the funny part about her is that now, well, it's not funny because
not
it's
funny,
a bad
haha.
situation. Didn't happen to me though.
Funny
so.
how? Funny how?
So she apparently has. It's gotten so bad. Like her daughter Olivia is like pretty much like done with her. That they've had to do therapy and that they've had
She
to
moved
like.
out.
I have a lot of feelings about that because this is also the same like there was an argument to be made that like the kids should still be allowed, shouldn't be kicked out of their colleges because they didn't do it. But then with her in particular, I have a big issue with the fact that like it's very well known that she just wanted to be at college to like get the college experience of going to football games.
Right.
Because she says in that video, she's like, I guess I'm gonna have to talk to my professors and my advisors to see what I can do about not going to class but still staying in school. So I mean, I find it very difficult to feel bad for her when, I mean, yes, her mother embarrassed her, and yes, there was like this whole other side of that, but at the same time, like, well, you didn't want to be there anyway. Like,
Right. You never wanted to be there.
Yeah.
The
You
way
You never
she-
wanted to be there.
I feel like the kids shouldn't get kicked out if they could get in on their grades. Like if the grades that they've earned up until
Right.
that point support them, you know, being admitted.
Yeah, like if the
they
merit is there,
yeah, if the
right.
merit is there and they're putting in the work. It's just that their mom happened to pay, you know, $500,000.
and I'm sure
to get
that
them
there
in.
are kids that don't like that have those stuff, and then just their parents like just paid the money to
Like Rory
to
Gilmore.
assure that they got in.
Right.
You know, like, and I'm sure there are those that wanted to be
I
there.
said like Rory Gilmore.
but she got in because she earned it.
I know. It was a joke.
Oh, sorry. I tuned in at
You're-
the.
I know,
at
you're
the
not
book
paying
at that.
attention. It's fine.
I was looking for
Did
the
she
Alyssa
get it out
Milano
with
thing.
a run-on essay? Mm-hmm. Is that how she talks?
Yeah. You're gonna hate on the Gilmore Girls, bro?
Yeah.
Nary's not here, so
Have you
somebody has
seen the entire series?
No, I don't hate myself.
Oh well, then
No,
you
but
can't
you
talk.
should watch it. It's
I
fine.
watched the reboot Vival thing
No.
with Christy or
That
whatever.
doesn't
No,
count. That doesn't count. You got the.
Nobody talks to their mother the way they
No,
talk to each
thank you
other.
very much.
First of all,
It's a show.
first of all,
It's the show.
first of all,
That's exactly what you said.
Yeah, like I don't know what argument
If
that
we
was.
can watch Game of Thrones with fucking dragons and people who can be burned alive and survive, I'm looking at you, Daenerys. We can watch a show where moms
really?
and daughters
That's-
talk. Yes,
that's-
moms and daughters can talk to
Yeah,
each
just
other.
consider
That's more believable than that mother-daughter
it?
relationship.
I agree.
I
The
don't-
dragons are more believable than that mother-daughter relationship. I'm with you, BFF.
the mother-daughter relationship in Gilmore Girls is the fucking dragon. Okay, leave it alone.
That's what we're saying.
I know it's an aspect of fantasy that you just have to go with
It's
it.
science fiction.
is.
It's sci-fi.
It's like Hallmark
Are you defending
movies.
it because of Melissa McCarthy?
No, I'm not actually. I became a hardcore Melissa McCarthy fan after Bridesmaids. Like I watched that movie like 7 times in the theater when it
I
came
love
out.
that movie.
Obsessed with it. So,
It's not as good as Wine Country. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, Wine Country
is amazing.
I haven't
It
seen
was
it yet.
really
No,
good.
I haven't seen it yet.
We're not.
I can't
I'm
believe
not
they
gonna
all.
tell you. I'm not
can't
gonna tell
believe they all die at the
Yeah,
end.
I know.
They died in Thanos snap.
Yeah, there was part of the Thanos snap.
I was not expecting that twist.
It was an Endgame like Infinity War
You know
like
that
side.
movie was based on like an actual trip that they all
Yeah,
took.
for Rachel Dratch's 50th birthday.
Fuck, I wish I would have been a janitor on that trip. It would have been fantastic. Are you kidding?
Goals. I could have been like a sommelier.
I wanted to be
Man.
Devin.
Or like,
I'm not
Devin,
I want to
yeah.
be Devin.
I'm not. Oh my god, Devin.
So you could fuck Amy Poehler.
Thanks for ruining it.
Oh come on, you ruin everything all the time.
Jesus.
You remember that time? You know what you did. I
You
don't
know.
You know,
I was
that
trying
time at
to
cheer
spin.
camp, you know.
Okay, I want to bring something to the table.
Speaking of cheer camp,
No, this has nothing to do with cheer camp. You fucking liars.
Jinx.
Okay, I don't know if this is going to be still relevant next week, but whatever. I'm going to go for it. Alyssa Milano
Go with your
Oh.
feelings.
oh, the
Yeah, I
sex
had
strike.
called for Steal My Thunder. So
You see, you're a life ruiner.
Georgia
She
last
deserved that one though.
Georgia last week. So by the time this comes out, it'll be approximately 2 weeks ago. Basically did like a backdoor abortion ban where their abortions after 6 weeks are considered illegal. If
Once you can hear the fetal heart rate,
Right.
which is as early
Usually
as
about
3
that,
weeks.
yeah.
right,
But that could be as early as 3 weeks. So
Right.
you don't.
but most women don't find out until 5 or 6.
Nope.
Right,
I found that at 10.
right. So
Jeff has a friend who didn't even know she was pregnant, so
Yeah,
she
she
gave
found
birth.
that at 9 months.
that's
So there
She
you
went
go.
to take a
Terrifying.
poop and out came a baby.
No, she had a stomach ache. and was
Magic!
like, oh, maybe something's wrong with my stomach. And they're like, yeah, there is. There's a baby. And it's on its way out.
oh my.
Yeah.
It happened to my cousin too.
I love
It happened
that
on
show.
Mad Men.
Yeah, like I lived.
Mad Men.
I lived. It's a show, but I lived it.
It
I didn't know
happened
I was
on Mad Men.
pregnant.
You're right.
So her thing is, this is what she tweeted. She said, "Our reproductive rights are being erased until women have legal control over our own bodies. We just cannot risk pregnancy. Join me by not having sex until we get bodily autonomy back. I'm calling for a hashtag sex strike. Pass it on." Now, my
Christy got that memo early.
oh god, just get it out of your system.
I am not.
I tried to get Vanessa to spit out her water.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
I hate you so bad.
I waited till she sipped on the water.
So I have issues with this, and I had texted. I think I texted you, Vanessa, about
Yes.
it because. So
We had
this-
a conversation.
This is
about
how
it.
this is what I feel that somebody tweeted it, but I was like, yes, that. Somebody said it was at MRAZ with 2 Z's. Please stop feeding the narrative that women are providers and men are consumers of sex. Bribing men for equal rights with access to our bodies is not how feminism works. Also, I would add to that calling for a sex strike is, I feel, a huge step backwards because one, you're operating from the perspective that the sole purpose of sex is for reproduction, and that shit's some Gilead shit. And as it is, that's like a backwards Gilead thing. Two, I feel, I know it's gonna be shocking, but I respect men's intelligence enough where they're not that stupid.
Yeah, no, they definitely are though.
I don't think that because I don't think that's like
I am outnumbered here.
no, I don't think that men are gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so horny, I can't wait to call my representative and make sure. Like, that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, it's just not. There's always a way, and in my opinion, the whole reproductive rights argument, the whole abortion thing, it's not about family values.
Oh,
It's
no,
about
it's not.
control.
100%.
Because a senator,
Yeah, because those senators are the first ones to send their mistresses off to go get an abortion.
Senators and politicians and celebrities and high profile, one percenters, they will continue to have access to whatever the fuck they want because they
because they
can
have
pay
the
for
money
it.
to do it.
Yeah.
But so I just don't think that she's coming about it the right way. And I think that honestly, it's a bigger opportunity for the whole feminist thing it's a conversation. I don't
Well, like
think
what I said to you, I feel like she did it as a conversation starter because in that article that we shared in our group chat, it goes on to say that she's using her position of power with the show. She's on Insatiable. I don't watch that show.
Yes.
She's on Insatiable, and
I didn't know she was on that.
Yeah, I didn't either until I read this article.
Christy loves it.
But she's on Insatiable, and
makes sense.
she's under contract, I think, for like 3 more weeks because they film in Georgia, and once those 3 weeks are up, she's going to push to have the show moved out of Georgia.
Oh, a lot of productions
Yeah, they're doing
have
that.
signed that they're moving out of there, and there's a big call for Bravo to get out of there because they have
Right.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, not the problem, but the challenge, I guess, of that is that Real Housewives of Atlanta is like one of their highest rated Housewives franchise.
Well, I know that there's like a movie or something that's getting ready to take place, and like the director and the producer have said that they're going to take their profits and from that show and donate it to like the organizations that are fighting against this law, like the ACLU and
Right.
stuff like that. So that's what I think she's trying to do, more than actually call for a sex strike. Which, how the fuck, like,
A lot of shit shoots in Georgia, though. Like Walking
No,
Dead shoots in Georgia.
yeah.
Actually, a lot of the Avengers stuff shoots there too. So
Well, it did.
Tyler Perry has his entire
Well, yeah, that's-
production. Like, he has acres and acres of production land.
right, but like that's what they're saying is like they're trying to get the whole point, I think, of her doing this, to bring awareness to the fact that there are so many production companies that are based in Georgia. Because this fucking law, like, even if you leave the state of Georgia to get an abortion, when you come back, you could still be prosecuted and sent to jail.
If you miscarry, they could blame it on you.
But the thing is that if you miscarry, that's even like
Well,
that's so
I actually read the legislation on the miscarriage thing. The miscarriage thing is that they have to. I mean, granted, they're still going to be able to do it because this is like the train of thought behind it is really fucked up. It's if there's any evidence that a woman induced her own miscarriage. Not that if you just miscarry, it's a,
Well,
if
no,
they,
but
they can make.
but like the whole shitty part of that of miscarriages, that on your insurance forms, if you have a miscarriage, your insurance paperwork, when you get your explanation of benefits, it's an abortion. It's labeled as
Right.
and coded as an abortion. It's not a miscarriage,
Right.
Because they still, regardless of whether you naturally miscarry or
Let's wait.
whether you naturally miscarry or you have a medical abortion, they still have to do an abortion
Right.
to get
Right, they have to get the
dead
tissue
tissues out.
out.
Hi, honey.
Hello.
We're talking about miscarriages. Let's say something funny.
Oh man.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
That's
Hello.
good times. Hey, look.
How you doing, honey?
Mary's there.
Hey, buddy. I am. I'm in 2 different places at once.
Oh,
See his head behind you?
it's like Inception. Look at that. Right there.
See?
This is normal.
Oh yeah, of course, ladies on top of me. You know how it is.
So yeah.
Are you guys recording?
No, we're just standing here holding mics.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as you kick Stephanie out, give me a call back.
All right, honey. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, boo.
No, I know it's coded as an abortion.
Right, but like that
I never
could.
knew that. So if
Yeah, because they still have to remove, even
Right,
if
like,
it's like a really early.
If the baby dies in your body,
Right.
there's still like the uterus lining. If the baby has already started let me call it the fetus. If the fetus has already started forming, there's that tissue there.
Right.
There's all that needs to come out. So you need to do some type of abortion like procedure, whether it's like the pill or the supplement, the suppository, or if they have to go in and like
do a DNC.
and do a DNC, which is like basically just scraping out your insides to get it all out, because if not, it causes an infection and
Right.
you could fucking die. But all of those things are abortions.
Yeah, they're
They're called
that's
abortions.
crazy to
It
me.
is. Mhm. But see, people don't know that.
right.
No, I didn't know that.
So
I've had unfortunately I've had friends that have had miscarriages, and I never realized that was.
And I mean, everybody knows I'm in a shit ton of mom groups and stuff on Facebook, and I've seen people post about it. Like, they put trigger warnings and all that shit, but like, I just had this happen to me. I had a natural miscarriage, and then when I got my insurance paperwork, it was like a second punch in the face because I wanted my baby, but medically it states that it's
Was
an
an
abortion,
abortion.
and that fucking hurts, man. Like, it's especially people that go through multiple miscarriages.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine? Like, you're just doing your bills, and it's like, there's my abortion
Yeah.
from last week, like that I didn't want.
Right. Now, do you guys really think that she's doing that as a drawing attention thing?
no, I think she's serious. I personally think she's serious.
I think she said something inflammatory to get attention, to draw attention to this issue.
But I don't know.
Because
That,
I don't know. It's
You think
like-
she's actually not having sex with her husband, or whoever she's?
I think she's
I don't know if
she's
married.
fucking if she wants to fuck,
Right.
because I'm sorry, it's just I don't believe that such a grandiose, like sensationalized stand. I don't buy it because you still have your own house. People do whatever the fuck they want in their house anyway.
Right.
So you could be. If you're the point was to start the conversation, in my opinion, I'm just so in general over the whole fucking like sensationalized, like let me call attention, let me get this shit trending. Just
But look,
fucking,
we're talking about it.
But we could have a conversation without starting some fucking bullshit. Like this isn't gonna work. Like I'm sorry, this is giving me fucking Gilead things where it's like they create this fictional utopia
That's
where
Handmaid's Tale?
everything
Yes.
is where everything
for
is
the people that
fucking
haven't seen it.
fixed, but they're still doing everything they were doing before. It's just organized in a way where women were stripped completely of their rights, and this is like a strategic, like systemic approach to take control away from my body, myself. I'm not talking about it for all womankind. I'm just saying me, myself,
Me, myself, and I.
You can fucking tell me what to do. Like I have a heartbeat bill that I would like to propose, which is as long as my heart is beating, I will do whatever the fuck I want with my body, and then kill me, and then do whatever you want. But I just refuse to subscribe to the idea where I'm going to trust anyone to know better than me. Like that just does not exist. And I think that that's true for everyone, man or woman. That's why I think it's the wrong move, because now for dudes, it's like, you know, if you're not down with the sex strike, then obviously you're part of the problem.
Right.
No, you can probably not be part of the problem and still want to get laid. The same thing goes for women. So I just don't think that.
I think you guys should have rights, but I would like my penis.
Right. And you know
I
what?
would like you to touch my.
And
I would like pee touches.
and I would like to have my rights and be able to enjoy like guilt-free sex without worrying
Yeah.
about whether or not I'm fucking over the whole feminist movement. Like that's just a mind control. It's really just a way to fuck with people's heads,
Yeah.
and I'm not okay with that.
It's
No
100%
matter-
a control thing. Like I saw something that somebody that I know posted. I wouldn't even call it a friend, but somebody that I know posted something like celebrating this, saying that, oh yeah, we're one step closer to banning abortions. And like I was this close from like just private messaging her and being like, I understand that you might have the best of intentions in the sense that yes, you may think abortion is murder, and that's all fine and well if that's what you believe. But like, I need you to understand that these people are not like championing this righteous, noble cause, like to save all these babies. Because if they gave a shit about that, they would not separate children at the border from their
Correct.
parents.
Right.
If they gave a shit about anything, they would they wouldn't.
If they cared about these babies, they would give them health insurance.
Right. They wouldn't try to defund the same organizations that do this are also trying to like defund Planned Parenthood, which is like a small number of their practice is abortions. Yes, do they? But any OBGYN, spoiler alert, any OBGYN will do an abortion. They have to.
And I would also add to that.
They don't have to.
I mean, they don't have to. They don't want to, but they are all trained in medical
Right.
school. They learn how to do it because of not only for like regular abortions, but for miscarriages
Yeah.
and for things like that. You have to know how
You
to
have
do
to know
a
how to do
D&C regardless.
Yeah.
Because
you have to save your fucking patients.
Exactly. So like I understand that you as an individual, and if you are pro-life or pro-choice or whatever, I understand you as an individual think that it's noble to like champion the rights of these like unborn children, and I don't necessarily disagree with you that it's murder. However, you also like, I need you to know that that's not what this is about.
And also,
it's not at all.
Also, every time I get into it with friends, because I refuse to do it with strangers, but if I do have a conversation with my friends about this, I always preface it with, listen, abortion is not for me. If I was faced with that option, I
agree with you.
Either have the baby or have an abortion. That's not my choice. Like, I would not choose that for me.
Right.
But it's also not up to me to say, Stephanie, you can't have one because I don't like it.
And those are my feelings exactly. So I mean, I
and it's fucking dangerous. We're gonna go back to women using fucking coat hangers to kill. They're gonna kill themselves.
Yeah.
Look at Dirty Dancing. Damn it.
But the bad musical.
No.
I want to take a moment and do an apology real quick.
Yeah, you're gonna apologize for all
It
men.
should not be the heartbeat amendment. I hope you're not offended by that.
Jesus Christ.
The fact that you have to have a heartbeat for you to have decision over your body as a robot. I don't want you to. be offended.
He doesn't want you to feel discriminated against. That's actually very.
As long as your circuits are still firing, you should
By
be
the
fine.
way, I've been meaning
I'm
to
a
tell
friend
you
of metal
specifically.
kind.
I've been meaning to tell you specifically. So David has, I mean, not David. Lincoln has discovered like that Alexa will interact with him. And the other day I was laying in bed, I'm like, my kid has made friends with a robot. And I'm like, Jeff would
He was
appreciate
created
that.
by one.
My job here is done.
My job here's done.
Emotions.
I have a question. Why is today X-Men Day?
I don't know, but it is.
That's something that I should know. I know Ryan Reynolds
Siri,
celebrated
why
it.
is today X-Men Day?
I don't know where you are.
You're so stupid.
Alexa,
You're a stupid face.
where's Alexa?
Alexa's not here.
I'll look it
Oh,
up
you
right
have
now.
Google.
I have Google, and actually the Facebook portal has Alexa, but I don't know if it's set up.
No,
Why is it X-Men Day?
I don't know. Somebody asked Dave.
Yeah.
I know there was a
FaceTime
big.
your husband.
I know there was a big
I'll
thing.
FaceTime my husband right now. Hold on.
Okay, you do it.
We just talked to Neri.
No, we can talk to Dave too.
Yeah, husband too.
He's
All right, I'm FaceTiming.
He's FaceTiming his
He
side
better
hoe.
not be butt ass naked. Well,
He might be.
Yeah, he might be. He might not answer.
On
'cause is he putting
vacation,
Dave- is
he's
he
butt
putting-
ass naked.
Is he putting Link to sleep?
He might not be.
X-Men Day is here
Oh,
to
wait, here he
celebrate
is.
the ending
There he
of
is.
Fox's
Hey, Dave.
X-Men saga.
Hey, we have a question. Comic book person. Why is today X-Men Day?
Give me the Cliff Notes version.
He's today's X-Men Day apparently.
I have no idea.
Oh well, there you go. He had no
Google
idea, and he's
says,
shirtless.
"Hi, Dave."
Nice shirt.
Oh, Link! Hey, buddy.
You still have your mustache on, Bobby?
I like your mustache.
He won't let me take it off.
Look, look, a
That's good.
nibble.
That's
a nibble. No, it's a nibble.
Hi, baby. Hi, Bobby.
What are you doing?
I'm recording.
She's a call girl.
You know who he's recording with? With me. He's just staring.
Who is that?
I have.
But
the
who
red
is that, Bobby?
one. He's not. He's just looking at me.
He's like half asleep, probably.
almost
Do you know
like-
who that is? Yeah, but do you know who was talking to you? Who is that?
This is riveting podcasting.
No.
Is-
Funny.
Yeah. Sorry. This is riveting podcasting. Okay.
Hi, baby.
Which one are you?
I have the black one.
The black one.
Yeah.
Who's next to you?
That's
Titi
Tia
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Hi, handsome. What color is mine?
The purple.
I do.
Little
I like your mustache.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now it's her.
All right. What? What happened?
All right, say goodnight.
All right. Good night, buddy. Say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, good night.
Good day, sir.
I say good day.
I
Okay.
say good day.
So according to
Dave hung up on
Google, X-Men Day is here to celebrate the ending of Fox's X-Men saga.
But does it end?
Is
it?
Dark Phoenix?
The
No?
tickets for Dark Phoenix are finally on sale, and therefore 20th Century Fox has declared today to be
there we
X-Men
go.
Day, marking this upcoming installment into the Fox franchise,
Where Sansa's
its own
useful.
kind of end game. Where Sansa's useful. You're
Her
such
name
a
is
dick.
Sophie Turner, bro.
No.
Well, after,
Sophie Jonas.
Sophie Turner Jonas.
After I started following her, and now I can't take her seriously as Sansa anymore. So I'm like, that's the
Oh,
chick
now
that.
you can't take her.
Well, I wasn't following her before she started chugging wine at
I'm just kidding.
basketball
She's
games.
about
I
to
gotta
punch
tell
you in the
you.
face.
I mean, whatever. We're not gonna. We'll talk about this more later. But
I'm
Sansa's
trolling.
been right.
I'm
so
trolling
She
you.
has
I'm
been.
trolling you. I'm just
But like, I see her as Sansa, and I'm like, no, you're supposed to be drinking wine
You got
at
married in
basketball games. Like,
Vegas.
you married Joe Jonas. Like, what the fuck? Like,
She's so much fun.
She's super cool. I want to be friends with
she
her.
should be on Mamas.
She's a fun like Instagram like a celebrity IG follow.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the like for me, I don't like following accounts where they're just doing fucking like this the whole time, like the Kardashian effect. Like just show me something fun. But she's like, she always does fun stuff. The day after, spoiler alert, the day after the episode 803, she jumped on IG video and she was like, Arya is definitely 100% that bitch. Yes, bitch. I was like, yes, she is. So
I love their friendship too.
they're so much fun. If you haven't already watched their carpool karaoke,
Oh,
it's a fun.
They
it's a
did
fun
it
one.
while driving around Austin during South by Southwest.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And yeah, so the tickets went on sale. I need to devote some time to this movie franchise because I have not, and I haven't. Don't stone me, but I haven't seen Logan.
You
I'm not
should
gonna
watch
stone you.
Logan.
The X-Men franchise is not as consistent as the MCU.
I know that there was one that they did a time travel thing to try and
That's
fix
Days
it.
of Future Past.
Right. I saw
That's a
that.
really good one.
Yeah.
That's one of the good ones.
Let me finish my sentence, man. I said I saw that one. I didn't see any
This
of
is
the
the one that I saw.
Yeah, but I didn't see the ones after.
It's a show.
There's only one after Days of Future Past, right?
Who in the what?
There's only one after Days. Only
It was
Apocalypse
Days.
is
It was
after
Days of
I
Future
have it
Past.
written
It was
down
first
in my
class
to
Days
watch.
of Future Past, Apocalypse, and then now
Right,
Phoenix.
but there were all the ones before that too, and then the Wolverine
X-Men
stuff
United,
is pulled
X-Men
into
3,
that.
X3, Electric Boogaloo.
That X3 was not great,
No,
but it
Logan
gave us
was
Kitty.
good. I like Logan.
I did too.
I liked it a lot.
I locked.
I liked Logan. I wouldn't go as far as saying it was a masterpiece, but
Ooh,
Why
I
are you
liked
looking
it.
at me? I never said that.
because
Because
you
by
are-
proxy,
by
you said it.
Oh,
You
God
are
damn it,
hearing?
Mary.
So I have 3
Okay.
Disney newses.
'Kay.
Newses?
Newseye.
Newses?
Disney news eyes.
News is
Okay, sure.
So
Is that
they.
a word?
No, none of these are words.
These are just sounds.
Listen, I'm in control here. No,
It's a show.
it's a shout. We're doing live.
Okay, patriarchy. Jeez.
Oh man, there you go. Sex strike my ass.
Well, mine is
I don't know about
involuntary.
the one that's not fucking you. Why are you mad at us?
Yes, sir. Dear Christy, fuck your husband. He's on the edge.
So Epcot, you're gonna FaceTime? No. So Epcot has they've announced that there's a new restaurant that's going to be opened up. It's going to be space themed.
Yes.
It actually is going to open up at the end of this year. They didn't
Okay.
have a date, but it's going to be like an upscale restaurant.
Right.
Apparently, it's going to be by Mission Space.
So bougie ass.
So here's
So
my
expensive as fuck.
Here's my thing.
Wait, is that it, or is there more?
They're going to have over 1,000 bottles of wine.
Ah,
That should hold
Like
me
for
over for a
decoration?
night.
No, like available
like for
to drink.
decoration.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're gonna make a wall of.
Belly.
Maybe they're gonna make a wall of out of wine bottles. I don't know what they're trying to do. Oh, that's Christie's, I think.
But they said it's supposed to be like on a space station.
that's
Like
cool.
you're on a spaceship and you're overlooking,
Mars.
Uranus.
No, yours.
So here's
Nice.
always been my problem with like the restaurants at Epcot that are not in the World Showcase. I've never eaten at any of them because I feel like there's so many good options in the World Showcase. Like, why bother?
Lunch at Italy is fucking amazing.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, Italy is great, Japan is great, Canada is great, Germany is great. What's the
restaurant where Danny Tanner tries to propose to Vicky and he fails?
the Seas,
I had dinner
yeah.
there,
which
once,
is like
and
not
it was
that
a
great. It's
mierda.
not that great.
It was overpriced mierda. I would have much rather. Oh my god! I was having lunch with
cute,
Jeff. I was having dinner with Jeff and Christy on Saturday, and we sit down.
Tremendo invite.
Right?
Yeah, and we sit down, and
Mary was actually here.
and Jeff goes, by the way,
I could have gone.
by the way, for my 40th birthday,
Oh, he told you the Japan.
yeah, and then I go like the real Japan or the one in Epcot? 'Cause
I'm like,
very
no,
two
fucking
different
real
Real
things.
Japan.
That makes more
Doing
sense.
research,
But
a robot restaurant where people ride dinosaurs.
can we go to
and
one of
fight
the?
robots.
But can we go to
That's
the cat cafe?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Who
to the main-
invited you on this?
They
fucking
invited me
trip?
a long time way
the
before
main
you,
cafe.
bitch.
We've got.
They didn't invite me. They told me about it. Simmer down, ho.
By proxy when I tell people that you're invited. I'm not paying for your trip.
You can come.
Then I can't.
He doesn't own Japan.
I wish.
It's not the king of Japan, okay?
No, I'm excited for it. I can't fucking wait. I'm making.
excited.
We got
Good for
3
you.
years to save up for it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I told Christy I'm going to the Suicide Forest. I'm gonna
Oh, I'll
fucking
come.
walk through that shit.
I'll come.
What?
Vaya con Dios.
I mean, send her first.
Do you know what the Suicide Forest?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Send
why
her-
she said send her first.
No, don't nobody go. Just kidding. Stop.
No, I'm not gonna. No. Anyway.
But so yeah, so like I feel
I'm
like
not gonna
there's
go fucking kill myself.
Got real.
Yeah, this got real deep.
swirling back
Miscarriages and suicide. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
swirling back to this, like I just feel like is it really gonna like I feel like they have to come up with some really like baller menu items to get me, at least my opinion, out of the World Showcase to eat.
Spaceballs.
I feel like
Like are they gonna be like the goat cheese balls from Simmer?
I feel that they're trying.
that shit
What
was
they're
so
trying to
good.
do is that they're trying to implement all these kind of extra wow things to try to take away some of the
crowd from Star Wars.
Which is not going to work.
No,
but
no.
the crowd from Star Wars. But speaking of Star Wars, segue.
Well, wait. When does?
Oh, never mind. No
hold on.
segue.
Wait. When does the Guardians of the Galaxy ride open?
I think that's in 2020.
Oh, okay. Because are they doing this like in conjunction to be part of the whole Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, this is going to be in between Test Track and Mission Space.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Are they building a new building for this?
For this, I
There's
guess,
a lot of empty space there though because the
there is. That's
the
why-
bodies shit was there on that side.
But that didn't they tear
The
all that
body
shit down to because they made that in the
I thought the bodies thing was where
The
Star Tours is. No.
no
No.
the body,
Where it used to be.
the,
Where-
the bodies the Body Wars where that used to be, that's the little pavilion where Ellen's Energy Adventure.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, is it?
It's Ellen's Energy Adventure, and then it's that Body Wars thing, which was the wine and food, like
And the Mission
hub
Space is on
thing,
that
and
side.
then Mission Space is
And
next to
okay,
it.
yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
I know that.
You're right. But they should. But they need.
That whole corner is called nap
Flex
time.
on them, Jeffrey.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. That whole area needs a whole. I've been saying it for a long time. That whole area needs like a whole
Yeah.
facelift.
Well, they're
because-
ripping it apart to do that because the Guardians ride is going to be like an indoor-outdoor roller coaster between
Right.
two buildings.
And I also think that they need to do something with like the whole interventions part, like either
Yeah.
do Shield or Stark or something.
Yeah, like a Stark
Bring-
Expo.
Right, it's like bring
That
it.
would be cool.
Like like a Howard Stark like World Fair thing. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But
Continue.
So when we're thinking about Star Wars, so obviously with the Star Wars land, there's this whole thing about how many like there's going to be a ton of people going to see it. So what they're doing is they're doing a reservation system where you have 4 hours, up to 4 hours in the land. But
well, this is for Disneyland. They
Right,
haven't
but-
said anything for Disney.
right,
World.
right. I'm sure they're probably going to do the same thing because if not, you're gonna have people just camping out there the whole
Right.
time.
Yeah.
I've been to Star Wars conventions where it's all Star Wars the entire convention, and people are sitting there from morning to
Right.
They're giving everybody different colored wristbands,
Okay.
and then if a cast member sees you with a wristband after a time that you're not supposed to be there, they will approach you. If
Can
you
you
do
run
not
away?
respond and you don't leave, then they call stormtroopers over.
Oh my god, I would totally.
I would just not do it just to get a
Exactly.
stormtrooper to escort me out.
Stormtroopers!
Here, take me.
Like, this is not
Whoa!
the.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Not what I mean.
Take me, trooper!
When the cast member when the cast member comes up to you, just be like, "This is not the guest you were looking for."
This is not the bracelet.
But will
you're
they
looking
play
for.
into it?
No, yeah, that'd be hilarious.
That would
but-
be hilarious if they did, but I
Yeah, I just
like get the
just-
fuck.
what I feel like that's part of the experience. Let's have a stormtrooper escort me out of the land.
Hell yeah.
But supposedly, like, they're gonna have stormtroopers that are gonna be like,
That's
"You gotta get out of
awesome.
here."
Well, I spoke to David's aunt and uncle, who are Club 33 members, about this, and they said that, like, as of right now, they don't know anything that's going on. And then David's cousin is a VIP tour guide, and she's even said that there are guests that are there are guests that had reservations for a VIP tour way before they announced the date of this, and now they're even saying they've sent like emails or some kind of correspondence to those guests saying they cannot guarantee their tours. So they still haven't figured out what they're doing with Disney World.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. But now we can finally do Pandora with no lines, I guess.
Maybe.
Probably. Yeah.
I still haven't done Flight of Passage.
I
Me neither.
Toy Story.
It's fucking
We still haven't been to
awesome.
Toy Story's
The
great.
thing is, every time we go, it's
It's a nightmare.
80 million.
I have to
people,
go
so-
before September because I don't think I'm going to renew my annual. I've gone zero
Yeah, you are.
times.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Sure,
You're gonna tell
Jen.
Nathan that you're not gonna go.
I didn't. We're not renewing. Ours expire next week.
Oh, really?
I'm
First
very
of all,
sad.
I don't think Nathan like really cares on there because when he goes, his your parents are there, and it's like making it rain. Titi
Here's some
Missy
this.
who?
Yeah, here's some this and here's some that. Anyway, so one other thing for Disney. So they've just announced that they're going to do a line of celebrity designed mouse ears.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Disney wants me to be poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they already wanted me to be poor,
Yeah, but now they're like
but
working
now they're doing
extra hard.
But
at
now
it.
they're doing Betsy Johnson ears.
There's Betsy Johnson, Alex and Annie.
Yeah.
Her
Coach.
universe, which is
Alex
Ashley
and Annie.
Eccleston's.
What do the Alex and Annie ones look
They
like?
don't have.
They don't have
have a
pictures of
picture
all
yet?
of them. The Heidi Klum ones.
Vera Wang's doing
I
one.
don't know
Yes.
any of those words except
Stop
for
it.
Alex and Annie.
John Coulter, Kevin Rafferty, Cupcakes and Cashmere. I don't know.
The
Loungefly's doing one.
There's one that
No
the
Loungefly.
the
You guys, I
patriotic
treated
one.
myself to a lounge fly bag yesterday.
Coach is making one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the one with all the
with the little flowers, the
yeah,
leather one.
The leather one. Yeah, that one's gonna be a lot.
That
of
one?
money. Yes,
Oh God.
Yeah,
that's the Coach one.
ese mismo.
Esa.
It's so cute.
It's like
Yeah,
black
you-
leather
I
with
don't
like
have.
dark purples and pink flowers on it.
I almost have enough
I have way too many and I want more.
ears for like a 2-week stay at
Yeah.
I have more than that.
I think I have like 14 pairs
Yeah.
of
She
ears.
has an entire wall. Like mine's, I have Funkos on one wall, and she has Mickey ears on the other wall.
Yeah.
you have your Deadpool.
Yeah, my
Collection.
Deadpool wall. Yeah, which I have to go to IKEA this weekend and buy more storage.
Oh, I'm gonna buy more of those floating shelves
Yeah, those things are great.
because I like them.
I have one more thing, and then if you guys have anything to throw in. So, what would you do if you went to go take your kids to go see Detective Pikachu,
Oh Lord.
and then you're like sitting there, and then there's a trailer for, it was a trailer for Child's Play comes on, and before Pikachu,
Oh.
and then a trailer for Annabelle Comes Home starts playing.
I would cry.
My
then-
kid. I would leave my kid and run.
and then there's it was the Joker trailer plays.
Lovely.
All before Detective Pikachu.
What's
And
Detective Pikachu rated?
Well, here's the
I
thing.
think it's G or PG.
Yeah. So, but here's the problem. And then the movie starts, and you see a mother drown her 2 children because they're showing La Llorona
Llorona.
instead of Detective Pikachu.
What?
Was she in the right theater?
No, because so the reason they found out about this is because one of the guys from Screen Rant, the website, was there to watch the movie to review it.
Was he in the right theater?
And he was there and all of them, it was full of kids. And he said that after each trailer, you could hear kids starting to cry. Like, what the fuck? and then the movie starts. This mother drowns her 2 children in the beginning and the parents like ran out and were like, "Yeah, this isn't the right movie, guys. You're showing the wrong movie."
That's really kind of funny.
It's funny, but how terrifying,
Well, I mean, it's funny because it didn't happen to me.
bro. I like in my hand at the all right, kids.
Let's watch a Pikachu.
But like, if I as a parent, if I see
I feel
the
like
Joker
the first
trailer, I would have
yeah.
been like,
I feel like at the first rated R trailer, I would be like,
Something is wrong.
something's not.
this is a bold choice.
Yeah.
Showing Child's Play in front of
Yeah.
a kids movie.
Like,
Yeah, because typically the trailers that they'll play
they match the movie.
Yeah.
the
Right.
genre, which makes sense because I went to see Tolkien yesterday, and
did?
How
was
and
it?
I loved it. And all the trailers that ran before it, I was like, "What's?" I favored it on Fandango. I'm like, "When is that coming out? When is that coming out? When is that coming out?" So
Creepy Facebook.
You got a purse. Oh,
so
it's pretty.
So
bad.
yeah, I don't. That
very
was a
pretty.
major fail. Like, what did they do? Were they able to get refunds or?
They didn't say, like, the guy was just, he didn't want to say what theater it was at or anything, just because part of his job is to go and see movies.
Right.
But I'm guessing that they probably gave, if I was the manager, I'd give refunds to everybody and put the correct movie on.
You sent it to me.
Or
It's
at
pretty.
least give them free popcorn or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like a
therapy.
ticket to come back.
Or therapy.
Therapy. Like, here's a card to a good therapist. You might want to call them in the
Because Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Jesus H Christ. That was a major fail. Has anybody seen Pikachu?
I wanted to.
It had a good
I was supposed to take
opening
Nathan on
weekend.
Saturday, and then we had all week. Hey, we're gonna go see Detective Pikachu. Yeah, Detective Pikachu. And then he's like, "Hey, I want to go to the zoo instead." And I'm
But you realize that
All right.
like you're the one driving.
I was gonna say you're the adult though.
Just drive him to the movie theater.
yeah, but you know what? He had a rough week, a rough couple weeks. So I was like, "What do you want to do?" I gave him 3. I had originally given 3 options. I said the zoo, Detective Pikachu, or the Frost Museum. But I said it in a different way because if I said Frost
In the
Museum,
Nathan way. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, I go, "Do you want to go to see Detective Pikachu?" He goes, "Oh, you want to go to the zoo?" Yeah. Do you want to go to the Frost? No. Like, I didn't even get through
Yeah.
the Frost Museum thing. He's like, "I want to go to the zoo. Let's go to the zoo." He woke up in the
mean-
morning. He's like, "Zoo, zoo, zoo." Thing is, he loves animals, so like,
No, I know. I'm totally talking shit. We were like, TT, take me to Target and buy me a pony. Okay.
let's go.
Jeff, I'm taking the car.
Yeah.
BRB.
I need the element so we can fit a pony in the
Correct.
back. The Target pony.
Ah, kids. Super
Well,
fun kids.
we took Link to see Endgame this weekend, and they had like. It was one of the theaters like off in one of the corners, and they had like the Child's Play Chucky box that you could like take a picture in. And he was like, "Mama, I want to see that, but Dad already told me it's rated R and I can't see it." And I was
Look
like,
at Dave.
I mean, he's
He
seen rated R
parented.
movies before, right?
Yeah, The House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
that's a joke.
Devil's Rejects.
That's a joke.
His favorite was Hellraiser.
I don't know that he's actually seen anything rated R. David's wanting to show him Terminator because he said that at 5 he saw Terminator, so that at 5,
Yeah,
Link
and that
could see
worked out great.
Yeah, right? So,
That's caused 0 issues in his life.
I
Promise.
don't follow that.
no, I don't either. So what was it that he asked me the other day?
Steph's like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
Wait, so how did he deal with Endgame? Did he
Because I know he had an emotional roller coaster with Infinity War.
He did. Infinity War was not fun, but like we had to tell him, like, Papi, don't worry, like they're all gonna come back. Like it's
So you
just,
spoiled it for him.
I mean, he was like inconsolable. He was crying for like 30 minutes after the movie ended.
Aw,
Dude, he saw
baby.
Spider-Man die. Like that was really
a tough
traumatic
one.
for him. So he did
so sorry.
okay. He was good. He knew what happened to Hawkeye's family in the beginning. Like he was aware of what was going on. It was a little slow for him the first like half hour. So I took him. I mean, we had already seen it, so like I took him to the bathroom, I took him to walk him around just to like burn energy or whatever, and then like shit started rolling, and then he was fine until Black Widow died. And then he was like, but why? And he and he was like, no, she's gonna die. When they got to Vormir, he was like, this is where Gamora died. he was like not. He like knew that one of them was gonna die. He's like, but Hawkeye can't die and Black Widow can't die. Like he was like, they have to save Hawkeye's family. He can't
Everybody
die.
dies, Link.
But not everybody.
Life's not fair.
Get a helmet.
Well, death has been like kind of unfortunately a subject because we went to a funeral like last week, and
Fuck, now I'm an asshole.
he didn't know.
Now you're an asshole.
He didn't know
Officially.
what a funeral was. So when he saw that we were like dressing nice and going out, and he was like, "Where are you guys going?" And we had told him, we're like, a funeral is where you go, when somebody dies to like remember their life or whatever. And then for like 2 days, he was like, he would sporadically come up to one of us and be like, "I don't want you to die," and like cry. My dad said that when he picked him up, he was like, "Well, I don't want you to die." So like,
Sophie went through a period like
he's
that.
been
She asked me once around Link's age. She asked me, Link's about to turn 5. So Sophie was around the same age, and she goes to me, "Mommy, am I gonna die?" And I go,
like, not tomorrow.
I was like, not anytime soon, like a really, 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 really long time from now. And she goes, but I don't want to die. And then she spent like 20 minutes crying. She goes, "Mommy, are you gonna die? What about Abuela? And what about Aunt?" Like she went through everybody, and I'm like, "Mommy, eventually," like I was trying to be honest with her,
Right.
but I was like, "But that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Like you don't need to worry about it."
Right.
And she
well, Link is like
not having it.
but so
and now
Da-
the child is obsessed with death. So.
well, Dave is one of like the only people I know that all 4 of his grandparents
Yeah.
are still alive at 32 years old almost. So, but he knows that old people usually are the ones that die, and he's like, but
You hear that, Christy? Old people die.
Bitches. I do not endorse that joke.
I do. It was
I
funny.
Me neither.
at least I didn't say it. So
Because
anyway,
you were saying something,
Right.
so I did the joke for you. It's fine.
so
It's how we work.
he kind
It's
of
how we
recovered
roll.
after Black Widow, and then like
Oh yeah.
the final battle,
And
like,
the money shot.
the final battle happens and everything, like he saw like the when Falcon says "on your left," and then like Black Panther, and then like walk through the portal.
Are you crying? Are you crying? I'm
yeah,
not crying.
That was Sophie. Sophie at the end of Endgame when
Because she came
spoiler
with us the
alert,
first time we saw it.
like after the snap and Tony is dying and then Cap the whole thing. I'm like, I wasn't boohoo crying, but I was definitely upset. And Vanessa was sitting next to me, and luckily where we were sitting with the
movie
behind
theater,
us
yeah, there's like a
was
wall
was
in
a
between
wall.
each row of
So
seats.
Sophie was bouncing and like just sticking her head in between seats, going, "What are you doing? What's going
She
on?"
was between the wall and our seats.
Right. And then right at that moment, she didn't bother me at all. And I wasn't bothered. But at the whole moment, the 3 hour of the movie didn't even faze me that she was even there. But right when we're crying, like me and Vanessa were crying. It was like a sad moment, obviously. She sticks her hand and she goes, are you guys crying? Why are you crying? What's going on? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? And we're just like, Sophie, not right now.
I was like, Sophie, shh. Go to your seat. And she was like, but you're crying. Why are you crying? I'm not crying.
Like I got emotional in one part, but I was just laughing because this mom was sitting next to me because these guys all went to go see it before I did because I was in the Dominican Republic losing 6 pounds from a stomach virus, and
Your one stomach flew away from your goal
Okay,
weight.
Yeah,
to be
man.
fair, he didn't fly to Dominican Republic just to get the stomach virus.
That's like flying to Mexico to go get a tapeworm, you guys.
He was there for a wedding and then he got the poops. That's
yeah,
what
it was a
happened.
beautiful
Did you drink the
wedding.
water?
Thank you, Renee. No, I had bottled water the whole time, but there was this mixed drink that we think they used the wrong ice because the 10 people got sick.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But
Fun.
anyway, I went to see it, and this mom was sitting next to me. And a couple spoilers, guys. So if you haven't seen it, it's your problem.
they did
because
a
it's been-
spoiler.
Now's your time to
No, but
skip
okay,
ahead.
hold on, I'm still trying to, when you first get the hint that Thor's coming out, and you hear her go, here we go. And then you see Fat Thor, and she goes, what the fuck? And like the little kid goes, what? And she goes, no, this is some bullshit. She goes, this is some bullshit. And then the whole time she's like, and then she just literally goes, I'm done with this. And she like crosses her legs.
Oh
and
my
does like the mom, like,
God.
I'm fucking over this movie already.
Quit.
I mean,
quit.
listen, Fat Thor could still get it, so it's,
Yeah, a little
it's
bit.
not a big deal.
But
I don't think it's up to us on whether or not Thor's
You
gonna
mean
get
you
it.
like
in.
you like the chubby bearded guy who plays video games?
That was
What?
that was really smart the way that they.
shocking.
That was really smart the way that
Really?
they.
It's both of us. Really? At both of us. I am laughing at both of us, okay?
But are you laughing at both of you?
It's a show. It's a show.
So anyway,
But yeah, no, it was just funny as hell. Like seeing
is
her
funny,
her
though.
range of emotion. Then you see Black Panther come out. And she's like, there he is, T'Challa. And I'm like, oh, it's the roller coaster of emotions for this lady was not the character deaths and shit like that. It was like
it was the hot
here comes- yeah.
guys
At
coming
least
Okay.
hot or not.
Yeah.
Well, when Black
At
Panther
least she wasn't hacking up along.
when Black
yeah.
Panther comes back out, he was like, "Oh my god, Black Panther's back!" And he was like, every time one of them popped back, he got like so excited. And then Spider-Man came back. He's like, "Oh my god, Spider-Man's okay." And then Iron Man died, and he could not have given a fuck.
Wow.
Iron Man died. He could not have cared.
He's just
That
like
was
his
your
mom.
blood.
He
Savage.
could
just
not
like
have
his
given
mom.
a fuck.
Why?
You would have think because like he's like the most robotic out of ever. Well, no, Nebula.
Well,
Was
but
he sad when Nebula got shot?
does he like
Did they
Iron
hit too
Man?
close to home?
He likes them all, but he likes Hulk. So like when Hulk snapped and brought the original people back and he was like really injured for a while, he was like really nervous that Hulk was gonna die, and he was like, what's happening to Hulk? What's happening to Hulk? Because he loves Hulk.
I love emo Hulk.
Emo Hulk's the best.
But was Dave mad that he wasn't more upset?
No, we were just like telling him like, Papi, but Iron Man, like I was like, because I thought he wasn't like paying attention and he didn't realize what happened. And I'm like, Papi, do you know what just happened? He's like, yeah, Iron Man died.
yeah, he's your son.
and I was like, does that make you sad? He goes, no.
Wow.
I was like,
Cold-blooded.
Send
You
him.
heard that DDQ?
Yeah, send him.
He don't give a
I
fuck.
haven't told her for a reason.
Send him over to Christy and Q's. They're still grieving.
Yeah.
Oh my
So he
god.
might be able to help them.
Yeah. But he was really happy that Captain America made Falcon the next Captain America. He was happy
Good
about
for
that.
him not being racist like other people. There's people that were bitching about it, even though it happened in the comics.
Oh, I didn't know that people were like upset about it.
Yeah. But
How pissed is Bucky though?
no, I don't.
I don't
That's
think
the
Bucky's
thing is
pissed
Bucky.
at all.
I think Bucky realized that he still needs to atone for all the sins. He doesn't feel 100%.
Right.
Oh, shit,
And
he
he
did.
knew that Falcon was more deserving of it than he was. That's why he even said, "Go talk to him." So it was like, yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Oh, but okay. So is there anything else anybody has? To
Apparently, I've just gotten word that my mother-in-law did not know who Captain Planet was.
What?
She thought Lisa just texted us. She goes, she thought I was making him up. She
Gonna take pollution down to zero.
He's our powers magnified,
and he's fighting on the planet side.
Captain
High five, BFF.
Yeah, man.
I mean, none of you guys want to talk about the Met Gala, right?
Go, you guys can talk. I saw parts of the red carpet.
Did you have a favorite dress?
You know what? You know what I did?
How did you feel about Jared Leto carrying his own head?
That was cool. I actually dug it. Just
Okay.
like who was it that had the fucking his face as a
Oh, Ezra Miller had
Ezra
all
Miller
his
had
eyes like
all his-
painted
but
on.
He had the regular face and then all the eyes painted on. But I loved Zendaya.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
That
really
was such a cool and her gay godfather.
Yeah,
Was
literally a fairy
a fairy godfather, like doing the thing and like it was
Like if
funny.
that's not campy,
That's super.
I mean, I've shared a lot on here, so it's not TMI, but it's TMI. I was in the room and our toilet faces the TV, and I had the door closed, and I'm dropping the Browns off at the Super Bowl, and Christy's on the couch watching it, and all of a sudden she's like, I'm like, what the fuck happened? what the fuck? I was on the right place to get scared shitless. And I lean and I open the door. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I mean, I'm in the mid, and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
He's
She's
mid
like,
drop
"Look."
off.
And then I see Zendaya doing the center, and I go, huh. That's very nice.
That's lovely.
Bloop. That's very nice.
So Christy and I wait all year for the Met Gala. And it's our Super Bowl. So, like, from a week before, we're already texting each other. And we literally text each other all day on Met Gala Day. And we're like, what do you think is going to happen? And we talk about the theme and whatever. And then around 5 o'clock.
What the fuck? That camp thing. I know it's over the top.
Right.
But what the fuck does camp have to do with over the top?
It's just like
so there was
a term for
there's
over
like a
the
piece
top.
of literature that was published in 1960 something. I don't know the exact date. That outlined the term camp and what it means
with regards to fashion
and what it means in regards to fashion and culture to a certain extent. It's like 12 pages long. I read it because I'm me, and it's actually a really interesting read because it was published like maybe 50 years ago, and it's still very relevant. And it was in a time when
it was like mid civil rights
the
and like a
LGBTQ community hadn't really didn't have a lot of momentum yet in terms of rights or even just like expressing themselves culturally. So from there it's noted that from there grew the drag queen scene,
culture,
the Studio 54 type of parties and shit like that. So
right. So it's basically like there's two different types of like super extra like over the top fashion. It's avant-garde and there's camp. Avant-garde is very serious and very like
it takes itself
posh. Very posh and very high. And not that camp isn't high fashion, but camp is like it's exaggerated fashion, but satirical.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're making fun of yourself.
Like
so,
Katy Perry is a hamburger.
Right. Well, Katy Perry actually was a hamburger inside the party, but outside she was a chandelier, and it was fucking fantastic. It was beautiful.
Oh, I think I saw the picture of that.
It was beautiful.
According to Wikipedia, camp is an aesthetic style and sensibility that regards something as appealing because of its bad taste and ironic value.
Right. So it's like purposefully, fashionably tacky.
Right. It's like bad for the sake of being bad.
Right.
But it's like it's good bad.
It's like a campy horror movie. Like it's self-aware.
Got it.
It's
That's
good
how I
bad.
explained it
Yeah,
to
I'm trying to
David.
look
He
at some of the
understood.
pictures.
So that's why like a lot of people one of the people a lot of people were like whatever about was Kim because she had put on a corset
Where she was like dripping water.
she was dripping water and she had put on this corset that made her waist look like really tiny but like Versailles tiny, you know what I mean? And a lot of people were like, oh, it's so unhealthy and so unnatural or whatever, but I'm like, but that's the point. She's making fun
it's
of
exaggerated.
herself. She's making fun of herself, you know. Like
I actually I like
the dress is super detailed.
I love how her dress photographed.
Yeah.
Because it came in photographs. I feel like fucking fashion police right now. Because in pictures, it comes off what they were trying to do, which was make her look like she just got out of the water. Like water is beating and dripping off of her body.
And that gown, by the way, was a Mugler. And Mugler is like...
Yeah.
Super high end. So.
But on video, it didn't... Like, watching the videos on my phone and on TV, like it just didn't come off on video. It came off wonderfully in pictures, just not in the video.
Yeah.
I actually really like Cardi B's too.
Cardi B's was really, really cool. I really liked hers.
And Bishop Rihanna.
Oh, but that was last year though. That was that was Heavenly Bodies.
Oh, okay.
That last year I loved last year's Met Gala. I loved last year's Met Gala. But yeah, I mean, I loved what was interesting about this year's Met Gala is that a lot of the regular Met Gala staples were not there. And one thing that I was disappointed about it is like Cher is one of these people that like kind of embodies camp. Like Bob Mackie was a costume designer and she went and took him high fashion. And Christine and I were full on expecting Cher to go full Bob Mackie, like walk the red carpet, and she didn't show up. And then, but like she was inside and performed, which was like kind of a letdown. Gaga was one of the co-chairs and she had 4 outfit changes on the red carpet.
Really?
Yeah. Like she just kept undressing herself in different dresses and had like a full on performance on the red carpet, and it was super cool and very Gaga. So that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I was following along on Instagram.
I just watched that short amount while I was pooping.
That was the last bit of it. So
yeah, Zendaya was great. I love that.
That day I went to sleep at 7:30 at night, and I woke up the next morning, and it was like usually when I go to like. If you miss out on the chat, one of the 47 chats that we're all in, like you can go back in and like just catch up. It was impossible.
With them too.
Impossible. And all I kept saying
we went to our own chat for a little while.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just saying that you were really excited.
No, I wasn't
And
judging. I was being
I
funny.
literally, what I did was the next morning, I got up and went on E, and I was like it, don't like it, like it, don't like it, and I was like,
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was
in
watching
about
a
20
movie.
minutes, I caught up with everything I missed in 12 hours of being asleep. So
Yeah.
I love the Met. I think
I
it's
love the
super
Met
fun.
Gala.
I don't. So to your point about the Kim Kardashian thing, like I get that it was in the name of fashion, the exaggerated waistline or whatever. But I don't. Did anyone else do something like that, or it was just her?
Where they were making fun of themselves or looked like that, or
like did a corset where they couldn't pee or sit or eat or drink or anything the whole
Well,
night.
like Cardi B, I don't know how the hell she fucking did anything in that outfit.
Well, I think she needed like 5 people to help her move it.
yeah.
The thing with Kim is that it was cool because her and Kanye did like a combination costume because it was a wet asshole. Because she was.
I was wondering where you were going with that, and I was like,
I was like, this can only end well. Did you guys see the meme of when they turned, like Kim did like a pose up against the wall with her ass out, and somebody like superimposed the Publix logo on her ass, and Steph was like, I don't see it, and I'm like, you will the next time it rains on your groceries. But I wasn't hating on that. Because I'm all for like express yourself in whatever way makes you happy. I just don't think that it made sense for her to look that that exaggerated. Like you're Kim Kardashian. Your body is slamming already. Why did you have to go that
different versions of whatever exaggeration?
I'm sure Kylie had a corset on too. Like her body was. It was just like.
Oh, Janelle Monáe was so good. Janelle Monáe had like the hats and had the eye on her boob that blinked.
Oh yeah,
it was fucking amazing.
I love Janelle Monáe.
Yeah,
I have a little crush on.
Apparently, her and Lupita Nyong'o are like an item.
Oh,
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah, it's not Tessa Thompson.
Okay, I was like,
Q
that's
is a
not-
bad lesbian and reported it wrong.
Because they kicked her out of the group chat.
They did kick her out of the
She's
group
always
chat.
talking about guys she wants to fuck.
She talks about Henry Cavill too much.
And
She's a bad lesbian. That's why they kicked her out of the group chat. But it's okay. She talks to us.
yeah. All right.
in the name of fashion?
Is there anything else anybody has?
My daughter has a mullet.
Yes.
Your daughter has the most amazing mullet. I love it. When I saw her, I'm like, just tell people business in the front, party in the back. She's like,
Sophie
no.
looks like Joe
She just
Dirt.
turned around and
It does, and it
She
breaks
looks like
my
a baby
heart.
Joe Dirt. It's adorable.
Okay, so yesterday was
But she
Mother's
loves
Day.
it.
Happy belated Mother's Day
yeah.
to the mommies. A week
everyone.
later.
What was it, Sophie? That Sophie said, Missy?
No,
Missy's not a mother.
Oliver and Sophie called me yesterday.
They called everybody yesterday. So
Well,
I
yeah.
apologize if you received a phone call from my children.
They call me, and Vanessa and Neri nowhere to be found. So I was like, oh, this is them calling me. And then I'm talking to them. It was like a 10:30, and they were completely shocked that they're like, you're still in your pajamas? I was like, kid, I just woke up.
So was Oliver. So I don't know why
And
he's judging.
then they're like, okay, well, I'm like, okay, well, I have to go. And Oliver goes, bye, happy Mother's Day. And Sophie, like outraged, turned to him and goes, she's not a mother, Oliver. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not, I'm a titi. And he goes, okay, bye, and hangs up on me. And I was like, I thought that was actually brilliant, because he's like, she's a girl, she's a mom, which that's fine. I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I love how Sophie's like, she's not a mom, she's a titi. I'm like, yeah, I am. Bye.
Peace out.
Peace out.
But yeah, so I left. I was like, my kids are behaving, because Neri had to go back to work yesterday. So I'm like, they're behaving. They're watching a movie. They're being quiet. I'm gonna go, like, take 5 minutes, like, sit in my room in the quiet, and like not have anybody bother me, because it's fucking Mother's Day and I don't want to do nothing. And apparently, in those like 5-10 minutes that I was
when it all
in my
happened.
room, Sophie cut all of like the front of her hair and the side of her head, and it's about 1 inch long.
Was Oliver involved in it at all?
I don't think so. I think she did it to herself, and I'm still finding
Hair.
ginormous
like-
chunks of hair. Like this morning, I noticed there was a water bottle like shoved under the coffee table. So I bent over and I pulled it out, and when I pulled it out, this enormous chunk, like the chunk of hair was so big that for a split second I thought it was a rat, and I almost died.
Are you gonna try to take her somewhere to like
Yeah.
get some kind of a
Look at
cut?
this.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
She took a lot, man.
Did you? Well, you saw
Well, that's
her.
true. Yeah.
So
She has a lot of hair in the back.
She has a lot of hair to begin with.
Like she has a super mullet because the hair in the back's like so long.
yeah, it goes all the way down to her butt. So that's been my last 24 hours, guys, and it's been really difficult because I love her hair so much. And I get it.
But
It's
you know,
hair.
it's summer. Like, let her have a shorter haircut.
No, I know. That's what we're gonna. I think we're gonna donate her hair to
That's
whatever's
good.
left.
Yeah, whatever's left to Loxy. Here's a quarter of a wig.
So I took a video of her, and I'm
This
like,
is my favorite part.
I took a video of her, like of the hair, and I posted it on my Facebook. And I'm like, oh my God, Sophie, what did you do? She's like, well, the hair that I took down, I can turn it into a wig now. And I go, no, that's not how this works.
So Dave and I were like watching this video. She sent it to us before she puts it on Facebook. So I opened it and I just saw like Sophie and like Vanessa looking at her hair. I'm like, this bitch cut her hair again. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, this is like the third or fourth time that she cuts her hair, but this is the worst.
And then like I hear her going, but I could, whatever I took down, I can make a wig out of it. And Dave and I lost it laughing. It was great.
Okay, I woke up laughing. Oh, it feels nice.
This is the video,
Stop moving. Let
No,
put your hands down.
I got
and I'm pulling the hair out.
I could see
This got cut. This got cut. Oh my god.
What? I cut. Now
Stop.
Now the hair that I took down, I could use it for a wig.
For a wig.
For a wig, and I'm like, that's not how that works. Like, no.
God bless you, Sophie.
I just kept looking at her. I was like, oh my God. Oh. And I kept thinking about that mom. Did you guys see that mom that like the one kid shaved all three of her kids' heads? I kept thinking about her, and I'm like, if she didn't lose her shit and all of her kids, especially her girl, were almost bald, I can survive this.
Yeah.
So I was like, just.
Why don't you do like the comb over?
I mean, I'm gonna have to.
Like just bring the back hair forward.
And just like put a little bun like on the side of her head.
I will say this though, having been forced to have my hair cut short when I was little, like I had tremendo complejo about it my entire life, to the point like now that I don't cut my hair like unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I don't cut my hair unless it's necessary.
Because I one time, I don't know if I've told it on this podcast, I probably have, but someone stuck a melted gummy bear right in this part of my hair, and I had to
right above her ear,
like and I had to like. They had to give me like basically like a boy's bowl haircut.
Nice.
And like my first communion pictures have that. That's why my first communion picture, like I refuse to have them anywhere.
I would like to see those.
No,
pictures.
thank you.
I would love to see those.
I won't take any pictures. I just want to see them.
No, it's
Like,
okay.
No, I'm gonna take pictures.
No, it's
gonna,
okay.
I think I'm gonna call your mom.
No.
I think you should.
No, it's okay.
You can do it. You can use it for the cheer camp reunion.
So
you guys should just do your own fucking cheer camp reunion and put it on YouTube.
I'm down.
That would be funny.
Let's do it. So yeah, and since then I was so traumatized by having to have all my hair cut off that like I didn't.
Yeah,
well,
but
this
Sophie
kid clearly wants to cut her hair off, so it's not like I'm forcing her to do it.
No, I understand, but like I'm just warning you that there might come a time where she might look at you and be like, "Why did you let me do this?"
Because we have
you
video. Cutting it yourself.
You need to take advantage and embarrass the fuck out of her now.
That's why I created a Facebook album.
So that in the future you can be like, listen, bitch.
Look what you
Look
did.
at this.
Look what you did.
That's what I'm
She's
doing
like
with
becoming
Nathan.
aware
I have my listen bitch folder for Nathan. I'm like, listen bitch.
She's
Look at
becoming
this.
aware of people posting things. Like because she saw me on my phone. She's like, are people posting things? Like she asked me, and so she's like starting to become aware that there's like
Things
internet and like there's things.
Lock your fucking phone.
You
Yeah, I
wanna
can't
post
wait
your
till I
nudes
can
by
embarrass the
mistake?
fuck out of Nathan with his little bitch folder. Just like, oh look, motherfucker, remember when you did this? When you
But
did
what
this
is he?
little fucking
I
thing?
feel like Nathan's really well behaved. Like, what kind of ammunition do you have against him?
He has his moments. He has his
He
moments.
says
Every picture for this last year where he's missing 4 teeth.
But that's not his fault. It's not
Yeah,
his fault
that
he
is
falls.
it's
It's not
gravity's
his fault.
fault.
It's not his fault he falls a lot. That's
Chrissy's.
Chrissy's fault.
I was about to say like those are his mom's jeans.
She knows it too. She can't even argue with me that shit. Like I'm like I told her I was like, who's the one that does sports? Who's the one that
Who's the one that's good at every fucking thing he does?
I'm not good at every.
Oh, shut up,
fucking
Jeffrey.
thing I do.
What a humble brag.
All right. Well, I think we'll call it there.
Okay.
All right.
I think we're at an hour and a half.
No, hour and 7.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well,
That's fine.
Unless somebody else has anything else, Missy,
I got nothing.
How do you follow child mullet?
you should make an Instagram mullet, child's mullet.
That's a lot.
Is there an Instagram of like kids that cut their own hair?
Oh, look at Nary as a girl.
I am terrifying as a woman.
This is terrifying
because it didn't take away.
Yo, Q as a guy makes me really confused.
Look, I'm a boy.
We came up with. Oh my god!
Did you see Q as a guy?
You look like your dad.
I feel like I look like my brother.
No, you look more like your dad.
You're more like your dad than your brother.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, Q. We came up on Saturday after the show. We came up. The second character is Francisco Hierro, since the first one is with Armando Steele or Antonio Steele.
It's not okay.
It's not.
I know.
Those pictures of Q confuse me a lot.
Mine. You guys saw mine.
I didn't see your girl picture.
Yeah, it didn't take away my mustache.
Oh, yeah, Dave's didn't either.
So I look like
he looked like the bearded lady from Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I said my name was like Uska. I'm picturing that right now.
Oh my god!
I'm just picturing him in the dress singing "This is the greatest show right now. It's the best thing ever." All right. On that note, thank you guys for listening.
Yes.
Check out there's some missing, right?
No, Morbid Curiosity is missing.
Morbid Curiosity is missing. Okay, Morbid Curiosity. Check out the other podcasts on our network. Morbid Curiosity. What's up, bro? Zeros on Heroes.
We're on What's Up, Bro.
We are on What's Up, Bro.
Your face.
Thank you. But you should still check us out.
You should.
Mama's Overload, What's Good, Shiver, The Talking Geek, Mr. Multiverse, Comedy Fitness, and Pero Let Me Tell You. Thank you guys. Once again, I am Jeff. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, lady, for sitting on my lap for half of the
At least
podcast.
your head wasn't in your crotch.
It was for a little bit, but it has to.
I mean, it has to be.
Oh, look, I'm jealous. Look at that.
Always.
So thank you guys very much. We appreciate you. And cheers. Cheers.
We haven't done that in such a long time.
Yeah, you got it, man? Let's go.
Pop culture, and it's funny, motherfucker.